royal connection, Charing Cross Station. I mean, how many times have you been to Charing Cross Station and not looked at the cross? What do you mean, never? Because they won't let Kitty on the train. It was hypothetical. There's the cross. It was built by Edward in 1291. He'd lost his wife. She died in Nottingham. He was grieving. And every night, when they were bringing the body back, every night that they rested, he said, build a cross in that spot. And this was the final resting place before she got to her final resting place. What? It wasn't here, it was in Trafalgar Square. How do you know? They've given you some notes, have they? Well, actually, you're right. It was in Trafalgar Square, and they knocked it down to build a statue to Charles I. And this one was put up in 1865. What? Oh yeah, it's St Martin's in the Field. It's a nice church. And it was in a field. It was where the monks grew all the vegetables here, you know. You knew that as well. They grew spinach. What, here? Or right under that grid? There. You've decided, have you? Great. I don't know why you bother with me. How do you do that? It's taken me ages to get here, and it's gone cold. That's right, I put my coat on. See the Tower Bridge behind me? Fantastic building. But what about this building? Probably one of the most famous buildings in the world. The White Tower, the Tower of London. Built by William the Conqueror after he'd arrived in 1066 to say, I'm here and I am staying. Take notice, London. Because London would have been low-level wooden buildings. That was the tallest building in London. Over there, the Queen's Building, built for Anne Boleyn by Henry VIII. Only she didn't enjoy it very much, because the only time she ever stayed in it was, she was waiting for the old chop. And this is where the old chop took place. This is the site of the scaffold where executions took place. But I didn't know this until, well, just a moment or two ago. Only 7 people were executed within, you knew that, yes, well, all right, it's listed there, within the tower's walls, and they were all royals or of royal descent, and that's where it happened. A bit of a messy job. You just sort of knelt down and put your head over a wooden block, and you can see with all the houses around me that it's still a community. There are 40 families that live within these walls. Can you imagine living at the Tower of London? What a fantastic address! But the good thing about those keys is it means we can get here, to the unbelievably spectacular, the quite wonderful Windsor Castle, just down there, St George's Chapel, built by Edward IV in 1474, 10 British monarchs buried in there. And then in here, to the castle itself, through the Norman Arch. And you can see the splendour of this building. The Saxons had settled in Windsor a long time before the Normans conquered England. And that's perhaps why, when William the Conqueror did eventually settle here, one of the first places that he whacked up a fort was here. And ever since then, king after king has built upon that castle, making it stone, adding a wing here, a tower there, a turret there, and you now have this enormous residence, which is still used as the monarch's residence today. And of course they had their bad fire in 1992, which destroyed a huge part of the castle. Now that's a bit that's very, very famous. The round tower. You see it from the road and everybody talks about it. Oh no, look, trust you to pick up on... Yes, there is a myth, and it's a myth, that is built on the site where Arthur and his knights sat round a round table. That and 500 other places. Windsor Castle, it's terrific. Now then, suivez the guides wherever they are.